is a dam. The dam was filled with water to the brim, especially during the rainy season. All these places were full of water. Just look at all this. Now, almost all the water is dried up, except that small water lying over there. And that water too, I bet you, if it doesn't rain, within a month or less, that water too will be dried up. Now, assuming your fish farm is dependent on this dam, and now that the dam is dried up, what do you do? Ask the question, and please give me an answer in the comment section. If your fish farm was dependent on this dam and it has dried up, what will you do? That is why those who depend on the natural sources like the dam alone cannot produce fish in a year round. That is why, as a fish farmer, you need to have a plan B, especially if your source of water is not 100% available year round. Have a plan B. In other words, have another source or another way of feeding your fish with water in case your main source is dried up, as you can see. Not only the dam, even people who are using boreholes, the boreholes dry up. And also another challenge, if that happens, what do you do? And this is natural. You cannot prevent that. So if I were you, what I would do is that I will make sure I put a system in place that will allow me to run my farm without always changing the water. So that when this happens, it means that with a little water, either somewhere that you get it, you can be milking that water till your fish is ready to be harvested, and you will harvest them. Now, I know farmers who are dependent on dams, and the dams are drying up, especially this year. There's hot season, or the dry season is very intensive and hot, that dams are drying up. I know a lady who has a farm, and just recently she told me that even though she were not ready to sell the fish at this time, but she had to, because the dam that she fetches the water has dried up. And even the dam, she was not getting it free. She was contacting a tanker. The tanker will go to the dam, fetch it to the ponds and pour it in for a charge. And now that dam has also dried up. So the tanker needs to go far away. That has increased the cost of the water, and for that matter, the cost of the fish production. So she's trying to set up she's trying to sell out the fish. And the sad news is that the market is not also ready available. So because of that, we are trying to put up a water system for her to manage the water. And that's the system I am telling you to also try to provide. That way, the farm will be running without killing the water. The filtration system will filter the water, and the aeration system will be adding oxygen. And that's what we call the recirculating aquatic system. So that same water will be reusing till it finishes. So, if you want to know how to set up the filtration aeration system, check out the link in the description. We have a DIY, that is do it yourself filtration aeration system. You can check it out. And we also have the coupon code where you can get them. Now, if you have enrolled and you learn how to raise your fish without changing water, then when this happens to you, or even if it doesn't, you can make provision before this happens, so that you will not have the issue of your fish dying because there's no water for them. If you are having insight, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel so we grow our fish farming together. Thank you very much for watching, and if you are being inspired, please share. Thank you. My name is Abdulaziz.